WWE Monday Night Raw has a new home starting in January 2025. It is not the USA Network, which of course now will have Friday Night SmackDown. It is not on broadcast television, as of course NXT will be moving to the CW. No, WWE now has three partners, one on cable, one on broadcast, and one on streaming. The major bombshell today: Monday Night Raw will not be going to Amazon Prime. Monday Night Raw will not be going to Warner Brothers and kicking AEW off of TNT and TBS. Monday Night Raw will be exclusive to Netflix. Wow, wow, wow. 5 years, excuse me, 10 years, $5 billion worth of dough for WWE. Not only that, but today was also announced The Rock is now an officially part of the TKO board. WWE is dropping cash. WWE business is booming. The Royal Rumble is this week. We're going to break it all down on Thursday, where I give my predictions for the Royal Rumble. WWE business may have arguably never been better. Now, I had predicted that Monday Night Raw, there was a real chance after the CW was announced that they were going to take over NXT. I thought, Friday Night SmackDown moves from Fox to the USA Network. NXT moves from the USA Network to the CW. I thought SmackDown as a cable deal, NXT has a broadcast deal. I thought there was a real chance Raw could get in the streaming business, but I thought it was Amazon Prime. That was the heavy rumor for a long time. I thought if that wasn't the case, that FX, Disney, Raw could go there. I also thought, obviously, the wild card we mentioned, Warner Brothers Discovery, but I never thought the company that is about to come out this year with the Netflix documentary of Vince McMahon, produced by Bill Simmons, which I cannot absolutely wait for. I never thought Raw would be headed to Netflix. Now, in terms of viewership, I'll be honest, I don't think this is going to affect Raw that much. The WWE fan base is already adept to streaming. They've been streaming premium live events or pay per views, whatever you want to call it, for the last decade. Don't forget that, even before Netflix and Amazon Prime and, Hulu and Paramount and all these other streaming services sort of came into effect, the first big one was the fact that the WWE Network launched. WWE went from pay-per-view style to $9.99 with the original WWE Network. I thought it was the greatest decision WWE had arguably made in company history, making their programs accessible for, yes, less money, but you're going to get the most viewership possible. Then, obviously, they made so much off that WWE Network deal, they sold it to Peacock. Now, that deal is up in 2026. It does sound like, as of the time of this recording on this Tuesday, that Peacock until 2026 is still going to be the exclusive rights holder of the premium live events, but that also outside of the US, Netflix will sort of take that over. I am predicting that within the next 5 years, that Netflix will become the new home of the WWE Network. But between Peacock and the old WWE Network and now Netflix, and obviously we have a Bianca Belair and Montez Ford show on Hulu. WWE and its fan base is, a little bit, I would say, more technologically educated, excuse me. It's not the old boomers, like some football fans that don't know what Peacock is or don't know what Amazon Prime is and are really complaining about the fact that Thursday Night Football is on Prime or the NFL has an exclusive wild card game. This is the new era that we are in. You still have your traditional broadcasts, your ABCs, your NBCs, your CBSs, your Fox. You have your traditional cable networks, FS1, USA Network, FS, TNT, TBS, etc. But you also have these streaming services, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Paramount, etc. And to get a contract for Monday Night Raw, your flagship show on a streaming service. Friday Night SmackDown, cable contract on a big network that WWE has had relationships for years in the USA Network and NBC Universal, which is one of the reasons why they put all of the streaming on Peacock. It's one of the reasons why there was speculation before Endeavor bought WWE that, NBC Universal could have bought WWE because they had Raw, SmackDown, and NXT at one point, along with the addition of Peacock. And then, they had relationships with CW in the past. Friday Night SmackDown used to be on there. The CW was looking to get back into it and become sort of a major fifth broadcast company. Just, it's unbelievable. I think it's going to be good for WWE. Again, I'm very interested to see what happens. I'm very interested to see the effect that Netflix has again on viewership, how will the streaming be, etc. The performance, the reaction. So far, from what I've seen, it's positive. I'm interested to see if any of the content will change. Will Monday Night Raw potentially go TV 14? Who knows? That's a lot of discussion. It does sound like it's still going to be on Mondays. It's still going to be a 3-hour show, which again, for the 3-hour standpoint, I completely understand because of the money they get revenue wise. I thought there was a real chance they could move Raw off of Mondays just because of Monday Night Football, the NBA playoffs, etc. There's a lot of competition on Mondays, and that is, really the only issue I think with Raw going to a streaming service is, if you don't have a smart TV or if you have, another setup actually exiting the app to go back to cable to check on a Monday Night Football game or check on an NBA playoff game. I can see that being potentially annoying. I know there's been circumstances like that that I've had to deal with during Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. But regardless, the money deal is huge. Again, WWE business, in my opinion, has never been better. The company has never been in better shape. The roster arguably has never been in better shape, even over the Monday Night Wars. I think this is a huge deal. Congratulations to Triple H, Nick Khan, Vince McMahon, who of course no longer has his mustache, the whole crew at TKO. What a huge day for WWE on the heels of the Royal Rumble coming this weekend. Like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.